All right, guys. Now, I usually don't do these type of videos for regular season games, but I decided, hey, why not do it for the first time on this channel? I did it a lot on my older channel, but why not do it for the first time on this channel just to let you guys, get a feel for how I'm gonna do the playoff games. That's if we make the playoff games. Now, we lost to Sacramento in OT last night, which was just another example. I'll make a whole separate video about that, or I'll talk a little about that at the end of this video because this video is going to be pretty lengthy. Let me go on do play by play and analyze this game. Okay, so the Heat versus the Kings, or at the Kings. Okay, so we scored 31 points in the first quarter, and the Kings scored 24. We actually had a good first quarter. Our defense was still bad, and that's going to be the topic of this. Topic of this game is about the poor defense and turnovers we had. We had bad defense from Kelly Olynyk on Kufis. That guy doesn't have one athletic bone in his body, but he looked like he was prime Dwight Howard out here, just getting alley hoops all over Kelly Olynyk. This is, I guess, a cold hard fact. The Heat gave up the most points in the fourth quarter. We lead the league in the most points given up in the fourth quarter, 174. Guys, we have the worst defense in the third and fourth quarters this year. Yeah, like I said, just bad defense. And then they go on a 13-2 run, Sacramento in the second quarter. Winslow playing, but Winslow, I do have some positives. Justice Winslow was playing aggressive. Kings take the league back with Zebo making a three. It was 36-33 at that point. Kelly Olynyk was terrible on defense on Mason, the 5'11" point guard that just drove right in and scored all over Kelly Olynyk in the paint. Spo puts Bam Adebayo back in the game with 6:53 to go in the second quarter. Keeps Olynyk in the game with him, though, so he wanted to try the stretch 4-5 duo with Bam and Olynyk. Pretty much have the bigs out there. At this point, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Johnson, and Dragic were playing great for the Heat. Bam Adebayo played great defense, and he ran the floor to tie up the game at that point. I didn't write down the exact score, but he pretty much tied the game up by playing defense, and then he just ran down the court and scored, basically. When a big man runs down the court, you reward him with an easy layup. Okay, so the Heat's poor defense continues, though. 28 points in the Kings had scored 28 points in the paint by that time in the early second quarter. Bad at this point. I pretty much wrote down that this was bad rotations for Spoelstra. Kelly Olynyk checks out for the Wayne Ellington. TJ shoots a three. TJ and Wayne Ellington shoots a pair of threes to get the score back up to 49-51. The Kings were still up at that time, though. We only had 49 points. Fox speed pretty much killed Gordon. Gordon Dragic cannot handle De'Aaron Fox's athletic ability. He was physically too much for Gordon Dragic. His speed was just destroying our defense. He was just getting quick jumpers, quick layups to the rim. It was pretty much unstoppable. Okay, Fox with a pull. Hold up, what did I write here? Oh yeah, Fox get it with a pull-up jumper, getting what he wants basically on Gordon Dragic, like I just explained. At this point, I wrote down that we were really missing Josh Richardson perimeter defense. I didn't mention that we didn't have him in his game because he had a foot or ankle injury or something like that out of nowhere. That just goes back to my other video about these injuries happening at the wrong time at the end of the season. Our important players are gone. 3 of our most important players are pretty much on the IR. Winslow was shooting bad early in the game. He at this point he was 2 for 8, missing easy layups and gimmies at the rim. Going back to his old self early on this season. At this point, Kings were just shooting the lights out on us. They shot 13 for 21 field goal for the second quarter. At that point, it was Heat 52 to Kings 59, up by 7 in the halftime. The Kings were up by 7 in the halftime. Excuse me. Kings literally shot 53% on us, and because we had basically the worst pick and roll defense I ever seen in my life, especially with Kelly Olynyk out there. Started the third, bad. Zebo scores a 3 with a bad closeout by James Johnson. Now, Bam Adebayo was originally guarding Zebo, but Bam Adebayo had to go to the other side to help out. I forgot who it was. But like they preach on this team, you got to help the helper. But Bam Adebayo didn't get no help for his man, and he got a weak closeout by James Johnson, and Zebo sinks a 3 or a jumper. Fox continues to just destroy Gordon Dragic, another easy runner layup. I mean, he's just getting whatever he wants over this guy. This looks like it's on freaking rookie difficulty on 2K. The Heat get a steal and a turnover. Dragic scores a fast break. I'm going too fast. Gordon Dragic scores a fast break bucket, pretty much front running a little bit. TJ lights it up with a 3 from downtown. That was his 4th 3 of the night at that time. Bam Adebayo continues not to get help on the defensive side, and pretty much it just looks like he's the only one out there playing defensively. Every time we score, they match it up with a score. So it was basically a shootout, but they were up by literally 9 points. JJ at this point, James Johnson was playing like shit. See, James Johnson points, while he did have 18 points, they were meaning. They were just not. They didn't mean anything because he didn't impact the game. I feel like defensively, he did have a few good stops at the end of the game, but it's like he's not doing. I feel like he's not doing what he did last year. Something is missing from him. So I pretty much said he was playing like shit this game, especially defensively in the early half. Pretty much everyone was playing defensively, but he was too. You know, as a leader, you're supposed to be. They pretty much named him the leader for this team or one of the co-leaders. You gotta set example and play defense so everyone else can follow your lead. He wasn't doing that. The Kings are this is another cold hard fact. The Kings are the second to the last in scoring in the just pretty much offensive scoring efficiency. They're like second to last, and they literally put up all these points on us. We were still trading points with the Kings, but we were still down, so it really didn't mean anything. We couldn't stop them. Fox, just at this point, I was pissed. I literally said Fox was just raping Gordon Dragic, getting to the rim for an easy slam dunk. I'm like, wow. So he beats Olynyk to the rim, and then he just dunks all over Olynyk. He beats Dragic to the rim, and then he dunks all over Kelly Olynyk, basically. Bam Adebayo. Bam was the only one at this point was showing effort on defense. No one else was giving a fucking damn. At this point they had scored literally 50 points on us in the paint. In the paint, Kelly Olynyk is. At this point, I say Kelly Olynyk was a fucking joke defensively in the interior. Second worst offense, shoots 59% on us. I was just irate at that moment. I was just very irate, and that was the end of the third quarter. It was 79-91. The Kings had 91 points on us at the end of the third freaking quarter, and we only had 79. Just terrible. And I'm not just gonna blame. I'm blaming this on the coach. It's not just the players' fault too, because the coach offensive sets were terrible at the end of the game. Okay, on to the fourth quarter. Rodney McGruder goes knee to thigh with the center Kufis, so he was out for the rest of the game. That's another injury we didn't need, but hopefully he can be back. This is the same injury Wade had a few games ago. Kufis scores on Olynyk again. The game was basically over at that time, I felt like, anyway. Little did I know they could actually come back, but still, we lost. 79-93. It was just terrible. It was 10 minutes and 13 seconds left in the fourth. Wayne Ellington shoots a three, his fourth three of the game. Hill gets an offensive rebound over Olynyk and scores. Kings open the lead up to. It was a 13-point lead at that point. At that moment. At this point, I wrote down we cannot get stops against this offense, which is the second worst offense in the league. Now, at that point, with 5 minutes, 11 seconds to go, the Heat began to make a comeback. They began to play defense. Wayne Ellington three. He shot another three, and Dragic got an N1. So Dragic was pretty much he was pretty much clutch in the fourth quarter. Dragic then goes down to, we get another stop on him, then Dragic goes down the court and shoots another three after the N1. So that's 8 straight points in the fourth from Dragic. It was 97 to 104. The Heat force a turnover. Dragic gets a foul. He gets fouled by I forgot that guy's name. Of De'Aaron Fox, he fouls him on his shooting. It was a three. It was behind the line, but they only gave him 2 points. Well, at first he got fouled by him, and they said it was before the shooting, but it was clearly fouled while he was shooting. But then they only gave him 2 free throws. Why? I don't know why. We're always getting screwed by the refs. Don't understand it at all. So they only got 2 free throws. I think they kind of helped us in the L we took. So it was 99 to 104 when it should have been 100 to 104. We were only down by 4 points, but pretty much in ref eyes we were down by 5 points. We got another stop. Dragic shoots another three, scoring 11 points straight in the fourth. It was 102 to 104. It should have been 103 to 104 with 3 minutes and 42 seconds to go. I wrote down we should only be down by 1 point. At that point, we was on an 11-0 run. Fox draws a foul on Dragic, misses both free throws. Olynyk shoots a three. It was 105 to 104. Buddy Hill then scores over JJ easily. Like I'm saying, how do you let Buddy Hill score over a 6'9" frame of yours, James Johnson? I don't understand that. Kelly Olynyk, and by the way, Buddy Hill was playing lights out tonight, along with De'Aaron Fox and Zebo. Kelly Olynyk offensive foul, push off on Zebo. So that hurt us at the end. Ellington, hold up. And then Wayne Ellington misses a three. After that, Olynyk offensive rebound Dragic draws a foul and makes 2 free throws. It was 31 points for Dragic at that point. Fox misses a three. JJ hustles a rebound. Ellington makes a three at the end of the shot clock and then at that point it was 19 on the 2 run, less than a minute left in the fourth. Then JJ commits a stupid fucking foul. It was an offensive charge on Zebo, I think. No, it was on offensive charge on Willie Cauley-Stein, I remember. Hill makes an open three. It was 110 to 109. We were still up though. Bad defensive rotation from Winslow when Hill made that three. He kind of trailed and didn't close out right. With 26 seconds to run down the clock left, it was our ball. Dragic stalls. I don't understand why he stalled. They couldn't find the offensive set to work. So Dragic loses the ball, shot clock violation for the stop, and I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck? We just basically fucked over ourselves. It was 9.3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. At that point, we had 13 turnovers. Espo puts Bam Adebayo back in the game. Zebo drives to the rim on JJ for a layup. JJ played excellent defense on that possession. But in the ball, he missed the layup. The ball hits Hill. I think it hit Buddy Hield on the leg or whatever. And it was our ball again after the review. So it was 4 seconds left. At that time, Spo calls a timeout. Why? I don't know. But now I realize why he called a timeout. I was trying to set a play or whatever, or in-ball play. So we inbound the ball to Kelly Olynyk. He makes What happened? Oh yeah, he drives to the rim for a to draw a foul, and he makes 1 out of 2 free throws. He missed one, made one. You shoot free throws your whole life. I don't understand how you miss these free throws. You're not great on defense, so at least show some type of, I don't know. At this point, I was thinking we need one more stop, and we got this. We need one more stop and rebound. At that point, the clock had fucked up and malfunctioned. So they put more. They actually put more seconds on the clock than they needed to for the Kings to have a longer possession. Fox drives to the rim on Dragic, makes a layup, an easy clutch layup, like he's been doing all night, and it goes over to overtime. So that clock malfunction actually didn't help us; it helped the Kings. So it's OT. We win the jump ball. Kelly Olynyk misses a 3. We couldn't get a damn defensive rebound to save our fucking lives. Zach Randolph gets a foul on Winslow, makes 1 out of 2 free throws. It was 1-0. It was 111, 102. 112. They were up by 1 point. Winslow turned over the ball. That was their 15th turnover at that point of the game. Zach makes a jumper. It was to go up by 3. 111 and 114. How do you let the second worst offensive team score this many points on you? I don't know. Kelly Olynyk drives to the rim on Zach to draw a foul, makes both free throws, down by 1. Fox drives easily De'Aaron Fox drives easily to our interior weak defense, down by 3. Dragic drives in on the Fox. So it was 115 and 116. So they both scored on each other. Ellington with a clutch steal on a double team. Then Winslow drives in. Zach blocks the shot. It was a weak ass drive by Winslow, and Zach Randolph blocks the shot. It was King's ball after that because it kind of went off of Winslow's arm after the review. So it was 115 to 116. At this point, I was basically saying we need another stop. But we didn't do that. Bogdanovich makes a 3 over Wayne Ellington, an easy-ass fucking 3, like it was a practice motion shot. It was 115 to 119. We pretty much lost at that point with that dagger. We had a minute and 3 seconds to go. James Justin cuts to the rim for an easy score. Now I had to give props to Espo for that nice play. And the assist goes to Kelly Olynyk. We were down by 2 at that point. We get a stop. Dragic misses a layup. Winslow fouls. I think he fouled Hield at the rim, and then Winslow fouled Hield again to get him to the free throw line and to get in the bonus because we were pretty much we were fighting the clock at that point. Hield at the line. He's an 89% free throw shooter. He sinks both of them. Then the Miami Heat timed out. We were down by 4. It was 18 seconds left. And then we had a bad offensive possession, bad spacing for the offensive set, whatever it's both called. We were pretty much trying to get the ball to Wayne Ellington, and the Sacramento Kings knew that. That's why they pretty much played that well on defense and stopped us from getting the ball to him, which turned into a Gordon Dragic stepping out of bounds from the smothering defense. And at that point, I was thinking, Erik Spoelstra, your offense has to be way more predictable than this. It can't be this predictable for the offensive team. For the defensive team to say, "Oh, all we got to do is trap them." We know they're trying to get it to Wayne Ellington. All we got to do is stop that. That's what I mean by just terrible, predictable, weak offense. I pretty much said Sack knew we were trying to get the ball to Wayne Ellington for a 3. Winslow fouled Hield. He had to foul Hield because we were pretty much down and we're fighting the clock. Hield makes both free throws again and jacks up. So at that point, the game was pretty much over. Wayne and Ellington both jack up a pair of 3s. They both miss. JJ got the offensive rebound after Olynyk jacks it up to get to 2 points, and that was the end of the game. It was 119 and 123. So that was just a terrible. What I got out of that was just a terrible fucking game defensively for us. The whole fucking game. You can't play terrible and lackadaisical defensively and then expect to try to come back at the end of the game. You don't. These are NBA fucking teams. I don't care how bad they are. You don't play this bad defensively and then you could come back in the fourth quarter. No, we're not that good. I keep telling you guys that we are not that good offensively just to come back and turn it on when we can. We don't have LeBron James, a prime Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh out here where we can do that anymore. We got to play defense 48 minutes a game. And we didn't do that. So we lost to the fucking worst team in the Western Conference. I hope these guys are happy. Now, it does hurt when Hassan Whiteside, Josh Richardson, and Dwayne Wade are all hurt and out at the game. But when you're going against the worst team in the NBA, you should be able to beat them. Especially when they're one of the worst offensive teams in the NBA. So I'm not giving them a pass on this. We played terrible. De'Aaron Fox destroys Gordon Dragic. Buddy Hield pretty much fucked over Winslow a lot of times and scored all over him. So we did our bad. What I'm trying to say, our best defensive perimeter player was out. Our best interior defender, Hassan Whiteside, was out, and Dwayne Wade impact of the game was out. So it was tough, but come on, this is the Sacramento Kings. These are games we're supposed to win. The funny thing about it, though, about our luck is the Milwaukee Bucks, who were tied with us, actually lost to the Orlando Magic, and we was the 7th seed in the beginning of that game. Now, I don't think we're the 7th seed anymore. Let me check. I think we're the 8th seed now. Again, it's like we do this to ourselves, guys. We do this shit to ourselves. When we have a chance to move up in the rankings, we fucking lose. It didn't help when Washington beat Boston because we would have been closer to we would have been, I think, a game behind Washington if Boston would have won. But Boston literally had everyone injured, so I mean, it was 2 overtimes, but whatever. I'm just very frustrated at this point of the season, man, because these injuries are killing us. We're not playing defense. We're turning the ball over. Eric Spoelstra is running dumbass fucking plays and offensive sets at the end of the game. Just terrible execution. It's just a fucking shit fest. It's bad. I don't know what we're gonna do, but our next game is against the Lakers. We got to do something, guys. We got to, because this is ridiculous. This is unacceptable. Unfucking acceptable. We're back in the 8th seed when we were pretty much in the freaking Milwaukee lost to Orlando. We were in the 7th seed. We lose to the Kings. We're back to the 8th seed. It's up to the players and the coaches. Do these guys want it or not? I'm out, guys, because this video is a little too long now. He left for 305 out. Let's get it.